Well, as gentlemen, Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I like all these classes now, so I'll just pick the one that was least recently posted on my channel, and that is going to be the Shaman. Alright, we're starting off with a pretty good rare pick. Lava Burst is a great card. 5 damage for 3 mana is pretty excellent. You'll notice it's actually the same thing as the... let me turn the volume down. You'll notice it's the same thing as the Hunter's Kill Command, provided they have a Beast out. I think actually Kill Command is probably a better card than Lava Burst in a vacuum. But at the same time, Shamans, unlike Hunters, have a built-in source of spell damage, so this thing being able to be like a fireball is pretty good. Anyway, Mana Wraith is a card I would play, but not over this premier removal card here. Okay, these are both playable cards. I'm fine with both of them, but I'm going to take the Stormforged Axe, because while spell damage is nice for Shamans, I think this axe is just incredibly good. It's not as good as a Fiery War Axe, but it's still really good. Do I take 2 of them? Ooh boy, that's tricky. So it doubles my chances of having one in the early game, but, you know, if your opponent plays 3 toughness creatures, it's a bit unimpressive, and having 3 durability means that if I draw both of them, I'm going to have to spend a lot of charges swinging at my opponent's face. So I could, I guess, start taking 2 drops or start taking 6 drops instead. Loot Hoarder and Frost Elemental I consider both playable. Now we'll take the Axe. We'll go for the Axe, we'll go for the removal. Alright, Lava Burst number 2 is an option, but I'm going to take Lightning Storm here. As I've mentioned many times, Shamans are not good at board clear. This is their only board clearing card, so it's super important. Here, well, I think these two are going to be my 2 top choices. I'm not a big fan of the Storm Pike, especially because I've taken, like, literally nothing but removal so far. We'll take the Imani Berserker as he is the best 2-drop in the game. The Argent Squire, though, is nice if I can pick one up later. Okay, well, with all those Stormforged Axes, the Spiteful Smith's looking awfully good. At the same time, I don't have any 3-drops yet either, so the Raging Worgen is good. At the moment, I only have 1 creature, and that is a 2-mana creature, so either of these I think would be perfectly playable and fine. I'm going to take the Spiteful Smith, which may seem a little bit crazy because the Worgen sometimes drops, and under certain circumstances, your opponent has nothing good that he can do against it. Spiteful Smith doesn't really apply that kind of pressure, but I like having these stats. The 4/6 is great. If I am going to be swinging with these Stormforged Axes, a 4/3 weapon is kind of stupid, and it's got big stats, it's got big health, so it's good against mages. That's a problem I've been running into sometimes, is I just have nothing I can play against a mage for fear of Flame Strike, so it's nice to have some of that. The Dust Devil I don't consider a particularly playable card. Darkscale Healer is great. The main thing recommending the Ogre Magi at the moment is the fact that I do have Lightning Storm, and spell damage is great with that. And the fact that I have a 5-drop, but no 4-drops. I'm going to overload a little bit, though. I'm going to take the Darkscale Healer. I think that is incredibly good to have some healing in your deck. At the moment, comically, my other creatures are enraged creatures, so healing is a bit of a non-bow. But still, in general, I think that healing creatures is really good. This extra point of health is incredibly valuable as well. So I'll violate Curve Law here. Alright, well, the Frost Shock, it's a card I would mainly only take if we're low on removal. Here we're doing pretty good. So we'll just take the Scarlet Crusader. There are, of course, a plethora of answers to it, but there are also times where, like the Raging Worgen, your opponent just can't do anything against it. Okay, well, Fairy Dragon's the easy pick here. The other 2 cards suck. Okie dokie. So, Ancestral Spirit. God, that card. That card. I mean, it can be really good, like, if you put it on a taunt, because note that unlike the Paladin's Secret, this thing, it returns with full health, so if, like, you put it on a taunt, it's really irritating. Your opponent can't get past it. I currently have no taunt, but if I do take Ancestral Spirit here, then that will signal to me that taunt becomes even more valuable, as does, for example, Divine Shield. It's really good on a Scarlet Crusader, for example. I mean, it's really just good on just about any big creature, and it's only 2 mana, so it's kind of a bargain. It's that or the Ravenholt Assassin. I don't like this assassin. I think he's very expensive. There are, of course, times when he's perfect. It's like, you know, when the other cards in your deck do a really great job, you're about to win, you just need to finish through some damage, then the Ravenholt Assassin is perfect. But we'll try the Ancestral Spirit here. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I've ever actually played with that card. Okay, here we could take 3-drop number 2. I only have really the Scarlet Crusader as a creature, so the Flesh Eating Ghoul is very good. The Cult Master also very good. I don't have any 4-drops, but don't count the Cult Master as a 4-drop. It's not really something you play on an empty board on turn 4. It's something that you play later on. We'll grab the Flesh Eating Ghoul here, although I am passing up on some card draw, and the Cult Master can be explosive. So can the Flesh Eating Ghoul, and I need some more, like, drop onto an empty board type creatures. Owl. Alright, screw that. I'll wait for a, I'll wait for Earth Shock to silence creatures. I hate this owl so much. If it were a Spellbreaker, I would take it, but as it is, I can't. So the Reckless Rocketeer is a card I would consider taking here, but I have 0 taunt at the moment. I don't like this monkey very much. but it's decent with Ancestral Spirit, maybe, and it's got 4 health, which is pretty rare on 3 mana creatures. I really do think this should just be a 2/4 with Taunt, but anyway. Blizzard makes the game, not me. We'll take the Terrible Monkey. Okay, here, this guy actually should cost 2 mana a decent amount of the time. I do have these 2 axes. This card is bugged out, and this guy could be playable. Again, I have 2 axes, so he could be a charging 2/1 for 1. At the moment, though, I still feel like I have a decent amount of removal with a Lava Burst, 2 axes, and a Lightning Storm. I'm kind of missing all the bread and butter cards. I don't have any Lightning Bolts or Rockbiter weapons or Forked Lightning. If I were to have none of those by the end, that would be very sad, but I expect to. So we'll take a Dread Corsair. Oh my god, this is terrible. Well, the only playable card here is the Frost Shock. Really unhappy about that, though. I would much rather have had an Earth Shock. Bear is good, definitely, but I want removal now that we're getting kind of close to the end here. We'll take the Forked Lightning for that. And I can take another Lightning Storm. This is a holy day right here. Now, Violet Teacher is great because I don't have any 4-drops. This Dread Corsair does not really count. Lightning Storm would be nice to have, but I think Feral Spirit, I need more, like, you know, good creature drops. Oh, man, I'm going to trust my instincts. We'll grab the Feral Spirit here. It's such a big bomb. Acolyte of Pain is good. Now I'm accumulating a lot of 3-drops. Got the Spirit, the Ghoul, and the Crusader, and the Monkey. It's a bit imbalanced. My only 2-drop is my Berserker and Fairy Dragon, so we'll get a Flame Tongue Totem here, which is also excellent. Harvest Golem's good, but I need Hex. Hex is the Shaman's only single target removal, so we have to take that here. Forked Lightning is very good. Unbound Elemental is very good, although I have a lot of 3-drops, and 3-drops are not how you win games. So I'm going to take the Forked Lightning here. Although the Unbound Elemental is great, I just need a little bit more balance in my deck. Oh god, I cannot get 4-drops. I can't get anything here. I should have taken that Ravenholt Assassin. Well, I'm taking every big card I see, but here the only playable card is the Manatide. Oh, god, this is not really a big card. It's just not. Well, we'll take Novice Engineer for card draw, I suppose? Question mark? Oh my god, can I please get some big creatures? Okay, Earthshock, Silence, fine, good, very well. Nope! Not a chance. Oh, merciful Moses, thank you. Well, if I'm going to be playing nothing but junk, I think it's important to grab a Bloodlust, so I have a chance to burn my opponent out. I am not a happy camper here, though. Ugh, Lightning Bolt. Well, I want this. I don't have any, but I don't have any big creatures either. I can't win if I have nothing big. We'll take the Gurubashi. And we'll take the Abomination. Oh, God. Well, this is the kind of deck where I will take a Core Hound just to have something large as well as in charge, plus the other cards are also trash. Well, this is pretty good. Everything is a 5-drop. Do I take this Windspeaker? No, I'm just going to take this Tiger. I have to ignore the mana curve here. This is just turning out so bizarre. Alright, so I would say this draft actually came out horribly. We never saw, not alone didn't draft, we never saw a single Chillwind Yeti, Senjin Shieldmaster, Twilight Drake. We just never saw any 4-drops. I don't know what the heck happened with the RNG here. We did get 1 Lightning Bolt. I took a Gurubashi over it. I might regret that, but I wanted some endgame here. I've got 2-drops and 3-drops. It's not really how you win. If you're going to go aggro, you need 1-drops. 2 and 3 does not really cut it. Okay, so Ancestral Spirit, I don't know. I don't think I can keep that around. The Manatite Totem I don't really want early on either. Lightning Storm I may need to keep in case I need to clear out my opponent's totems and stuff. So we'll keep a 2-drop and our Mass Removal. Okay, I've got some more removal. This deck has a decent amount of removal. It's just, oh, what is this? What is going on my face? Voodoo Doctor. I was going to say, like, are you healing me or burning me or something? Anyway, this is, I think, an interesting case. I think I'm just going to coin out the Novice Engineer here. Draws me a card and it'll kill the Voodoo Doctor. If the board had been empty, if he had passed his turn 1 play, then I would have, of course, just played the Fairy Dragon. But it would have been silly to coin out the Fairy Dragon and just have it die to this Voodoo Doctor. My opponent's praying for a taunt. He does not get it. That's good for me. He's going to go ahead and trade. Absolutely the correct move there. I could make the axe and kill this thing, but let's actually just go ahead and make the Fairy Dragon. I think that makes more sense. So we're holding on to a ton of removal. If my opponent has like a slow start and doesn't play anything, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. That was very fortuitous for him. Got a Flame Tongue Totem. Okay, so here's where the Stormforged Axe comes up short. It doesn't kill this thing. I wanted to play the Cobra. And I have 0 Lightning Bolts and 0 Rockbiter weapons, which is a bit sad, but my opponent, being a Shaman, could very well have either one of those things. I'm hoping he doesn't. It's kind of a hope against hope here. And now we're coming up on turn 4, and I got nothing. He's got a Lava Burst. Well, I'm actually happy to see that, because that's overkill. There are way cheaper Shaman spells that could have accomplished pretty much the same thing there. I'm drawing more removal. Fuck. Well, we'll do this. make a totem, and I am going to just hit this. It sucks using 2 ticks of this axe just to kill 1 totem, but it's worth it. I mean, I still have 1 tick left over. I drew all my removal spells here, which is hilarious. Okay, he's overloaded here, which is nice to know. Okay. Oh my god, I get to do it! I've wanted to do this my whole life! Ah, Earthshock a Scarlet Crusader. That is one of the greatest joys in all of Hearthstone. I will play my own Scarlet Crusader that I conveniently just drew, and kill off that Flame Tongue Sword. It would be hilarious as if he had an Earthshock. So here we are in turn 6. Neither of us has dropped anything more than 3 mana. That's not bad luck or anything, it's just my deck is awfully curved. Feral Spirit, very good card, although interestingly the Scarlet Crusader holds up against it fairly nicely. I can pop the Divine Shield to kill 1 and trade the Crusader herself for the other. It's pretty good. My axe is again coming up short here, unfortunately. So Lava Burst is a bit overkill. Forked Lightning doesn't quite do the job. Let's go ahead and make a totem. See if we get spell damage. That would make a huge difference. We do not sadly get spell damage. That would have allowed Forked Lightning to kill this wolf off. As it is, what I think I'll do is, well, I don't need the mana, so I might as well get overloaded. I'll play Forked Lightning anyway. Kill off the Spirit Wolf and play my Berserker. Call it a day. So I've got a bit of a non-bow here. If this guy gets enraged, the Healing Totem would heal him back up. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it's then again at this point not that likely he'll get enraged. We're in the end game. It's turn 7 here. Both of us have been playing nothing but chump. There's a tiger, so it's gonna have to run into the Taunt's Totem first, which is nice. Then Lava Burst will pick it off, or Hex. I draw all my removal. I do have a lot of removal. I'm very glad now that I took a Gurubashi over a Lightning Bolt, because if I were to top deck the Gurubashi, that's a lot better than a Lightning Bolt would be here. But yeah, it's sad. I was at turn 7 with 5 mana and I had nothing to play. I mean, I never saw any Fire Elementals either. Oh god, this draft was so terrible. I never saw Fire Elemental or a Rockbiter weapon, and the Lightning Bolt only happened when it was late. Oh, Earthshock! Well, that's good. So the Earthshock came late. It came after I'd already popped the Divine Shield, so I'm happy for that at least. Alright, well, I can remove his board. Can I contribute anything of my own? I can. Thank goodness. So the problem with the Gurubashi is I need to hex this thing, and if I Gurubashi, the tiger is just kind of let loose. Ah, shoot, I can't do it. I'll have to wait on the Gurubashi. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and hex. We'll attack. We'll make a totem. And it's my turn to throw down a Lava Burst. 2 damage on the field, and we'll pass the turn. So, when all is said and done, my opponent's played a couple of big-ish creatures, a Sunwalker and a Tiger. I've got some stuff I drafted pretty aggressively here. We still have, like, the Spiteful Smith. Boy, am I glad that wasn't a Raging Worgen. That would have been terrible. Ah, man, another Sunwalker. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is especially not good. Luckily, it whiffed on my Berserker. Shoot. Okay. Well, I could play the Gurubashi, which technically will trade with the Sunwalker. And I could, like, Frost Shock to pop the Divine Shield and stop it from attacking me this turn. I wish I could enrage my own guy somehow, but I can't. There's no way I can enrage my own guy. If I Frost Shock him, then he becomes frozen. Well, I could do that. That would be a very risky move. I could Frost Shock on this. No, I still need to pop the Divine Shield. No, that's a terrible idea. It's terrible. Alright, we're going to just make the Gurubashi then and a totem. Taunt is pretty much perfect because without help, it stops the Sunwalker from killing off my Berserker. I can't use Frost Shock to enrage my creatures because then they do get frozen, which is a problem, obviously. Alright, I'm holding on to Lightning Storm, which is pretty good. My opponent's got a lot of big stuff, which is unfortunate. But Lightning Storm will help, it's just not going to quite do it. Okay, what do we do here? Can I play everything? 3, 6, 8, 10? Everything but Frost Shock, I suppose. I need a way to kill this guy, and I just don't have one. Unless I, like... Oh, I can't attack him. I can use this to pop the Divine Shield. If I get spell damage, Lightning Storm will kill this thing off after I axe hit. Boy. Well, I think I'm almost definitely playing a totem here. This mana tide will have to wait, so let's just see what totem we get first. Spell damage. Okay, that's really good. So what I'm going to do then, since it is spell damage, is get the axe out, pop Divine Shield with the axe, drop a Lightning Storm. We will then enrage the Gurubashi, enrage my guy. We're gonna Frost Shock this guy. I do wish I had mana left to play over the Mana Tide Totem, but I think that I had to do all those things. So a counter Lightning Storm would kind of finish me off, but the Healing Totem plus the Gurubashi is not a non-bow. This guy can get healed. Is that his third Sunwalker? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that's 3 Sunwalkers. Holy ball sacks. Ball sacks, I say. Ball sacks. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I think I need to play the Flame Tongue and actually use this to pop the Divine Shield. Or at least contribute some kind of damage to the situation. No, I need to use... that sucks. It sucks that this guy got unenraged by the Healing Totem. It really sucks. But yeah, I think this is it. So, I don't want to hit this guy with my axe. So I might as well hit this guy. My axe. Sadly, my Gurubashi is just gonna have to bite it, I think. I can't set up a conga line of totems. I placed stuff wrong. Well, I could put the Flame Tongue over here, let the Healing Totem and the Amani Berserker kill it, I suppose. Is that better or worse than losing? I'd like it to keep... Oh, no, but then then the spell damage totem can't... I can't do both. I can't both use the spell damage to kill that, and because this Gurubashi's in the way. I should have really been placing things more carefully. Well, what I have to do then is this, that, let's take care of this, make a totem, make a Mana Tide totem. Fast turn. Man, this Mana Tide is pretty good here. My guy gets unenraged again. But even if he plays a Lightning Storm, I could still make it. Although Lightning Storm would definitely suck the wind out of my sails. Please don't be spell damage. Please don't be spell damage. It's not spell damage, thank goodness. Dark Scale Healer, don't really care about that too much. Alright, so this guy is unfortunately not quite good enough. But we can do... Whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna do this. This. Take a bit of a risk. I'm gonna leave this around. We'll see if it holds up. We'll play Spiteful Smith. And I don't have any more room for totems actually, so I don't get to play my, it would be what? Spell damage or 1/1 totem, sadly. And we'll pass the turn. No need to swing with the axe just yet. Getting lots of cards off this Mana Tide. I've already gotten, well, 2. So I've drawn a few more than I have. One was the Novice Engineer. Windspeaker, that's unfortunate. So now he is going to get to kill off my totem and my ghoul. Oh, he's killing off my Flame Tongue. Oh, that's ballsy. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, are you serious? That was the 4th Sunwalker! You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me. So it's going to be very difficult to take this off the field and kill that thing. But it will be done. It will be done. I can actually enrage... Yeah, we're going to trade in the Feral, or the Flesh-Eating Ghoul here. So I'm going to pop Divine Shield myself yet again. I think that's all I do with this game is pop Divine Shields on Sunwalkers with my face. Do this. Then, there's no way to kill this, unfortunately. But such is life, so we'll kill it like this. We'll swing here. Can I play both of these and the Core Hound? I can, so we'll do this. We'll play Core Hound. I think my opponent should probably have killed my Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It was a tough call though, because the totem would have allowed me to trade more, so I can see it both ways. Stormforged Axe, not good enough. This is not the right time for a Stormforged Axe. Well, this was kind of a weird game for sure. But I think we're gonna be okay now. What is this, 11? I mean, I can just about kill him. Can I actually kill him? This is 6, 8. Alright, we'll hedge my bets, as I'm so fond of doing. We'll use this thing to kill that. We'll swing here, get him down to 4, and the idea here is now my Tiger is unmessable up with a bull, and he can swing in for the lethal damage. As long as I have a way to clear any taunts he might play down. That is really useless. Spell damage and taunt were the only conceivably useful ones there, so that's nice. I mean, I don't know what card this is. If it's like a lightning storm, even with spell damage, this lightning storm wouldn't be enough to save him. He'd still lose to this tiger. So yeah, I had it pretty much locked up. Just gonna go ahead and do that. He can now go out in style. That would be my suggestion. I can't imagine what this would be that would let him buy a turn. Well, he doesn't have Deathwing available. So yeah, Deathwing would have done it. Yep, Deathwing would have definitely kept him in the game here. I don't have an out to Deathwing. I've used my 1 hex. He is not going out in style. He is soldiering on. Well, I don't know. Alright, why Corehound is a bad card, volume 557. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and kill him off here. That was probably harder. Well, you know what? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna give myself some goddamn credit. Never mind. I'm gonna take back what I was just about to say. I was just about to say that was like harder than it should have been, but no, it wasn't. My opponent played 4 motherfucking Sunwalkers, and I beat them all. So there you have it. I think that was a good game. He had a good deck. He played reasonably well. It was a hard-fought victory, and I think I deserve the credit. That's my take. I was gonna say that I got lucky, but upon further reflection, I think actually that was, you know, a pretty creditable victory. And I have to give myself some props. I think a lot of people would have just snap drafted the Lightning Bolt over the Gurubashi Berserker, and that totally changed the game around, because that Gurubashi Berserker was really, really important to kill off more than one creature. Barnak, the Shaman, is that the same Shaman? Shoot, I can't remember the other Shaman's name. Okay, this is looking a little bit more normal. I have so much removal in this deck, I'm tempted to actually keep this in my hand, but I'm not going to do that. Let's actually get some of that removal. Bloodlust, it's not a card I'm super happy to see. It's going to be dead for a long, long time. Ugh, that actually kind of sucks a lot. Boulder for Stoker. Okay, so we've got our late game all set up. I just hope that these guys are gonna cut it. Love to see him pass the turn here. Okay, so we have another turn 1. Oh no, this is bad. This is real bad. Okay, so now we have a 2-2 on the field and a 2-1. That's actually an incredibly aggressive start. Well, luckily for me, I can do this, draw a card. And, you know, after the Abusive Sergeant kills it, I'll be able to Frost Shock this on my next turn. I mean, I got some removal for this Young Priestess. It's just he had a really fast start. I wish he would have only played the Young Priestess by herself. Her plus another 1-drop. Oh, God. Are you goddamn kidding me? Wow. That is the best use of Lorewalker Cho I've ever seen. So he kills my stuff with his creatures that he snuck out on turn 1. Now I can't play spells to get rid of his shit because it gives him stuff. Well, I will play Frost Shock as a last resort, but first of all, you know, let's make him pony up. He really needs like a Shattered Sun Cleric right here. That would pretty much win him the game, because what that would allow him to do is to kill off my Flesh-Eating Ghoul without having to lose a creature or cast a spell. If he has that, I wouldn't concede, but I would be very tempted to. He's just going to build up the board, and it looks like he's going balls to the walls aggro, which I can't blame him for. Alright, so this thing got buffed yet again. Alright, well, we're going to have to kill off this Young Priestess Menace. I'll play Scarlet Crusader, which is insanely good against Flesh-Eating Ghouls, and it's just really very good on this board in general. Let's see if he wants to give me a spell to kill off one of my creatures. So if you haven't seen this legendary before, when someone casts a spell, put a copy in the other player's hand. So it's like you want to play it in a deck that doesn't have very many spells, so your opponent is screwed and you're not. Well, my creatures can deal with his creatures fairly well. Let's see if he wants to... No, he's using an axe! Oh my god, weapons are not spells. I forgot about that. That's really good for him. And if he flips a Taunt Totem, I'm in serious trouble. Like, really serious. Actually, this guy's okay. It's pretty good. Okay, so he got rid of my Flesh-Eating Ghoul with his axe. My Scarlet Crusader is threatening to kill both of his creatures. He needs to get a Taunt Totem or some other taunt. Any taunt will do, really. Oh, he's going to trade voluntarily. Or is he going to use a spell? Wind Fury! Alright. That's cute. So now I have Wind Fury. Oh god, I don't even know what to make of this situation. He can get me down to 14 health. That's pretty low. But I can kill the Scarlet... I can use the Scarlet Crusader to kill off that ghoul. So man, that Scarlet Crusader was really damn good. Okay, we're gonna do this. And I think I'm just gonna play the Abomination. Mainly this is just a 4-4. I don't really expect it to die soon. I don't like the fact that I'm getting dealt more damage when it dies. He's gotten me down pretty low. He could actually conceivably burn me out soon, although not with Low Walker Cho on the field. Let's see what he does, and then I'll see if I want to kill this guy or not. I might not be able to if this is a taunt here. It's not a taunt, so I could potentially kill this. I mean, I do have a lot of spells here. I think it'd be very silly of me not to kill this thing. And Wind Fury, actually, with the Flame Tongue Totem and Bloodlust, could potentially allow me to do some really, really insane damage on turn 9 if I can drop them all as a surprise when I have a big creature like the Boulder Fist Ogre on the board. Or I could just cash in the Wind Fury earlier and kill the Abomination. Okay, so clever move by my opponent. He's whacking my Abomination. That does is it enables the Loot Hoarder to kill it off. Ancestral Spirit, you're so funny. LOL! What am I doing if I play Ancestral Spirit? Well, I can't really do much, unfortunately. I don't have anything else to play, except for like a Totem and a Flame Tongue Totem, which is actually pretty good. I mean, I could make a Boulder Fist Ogre here, but if I do that, then the Loot Hoarder can kill my Abomination. Although then I've got a Boulder Fist Ogre on the field, and I can do like Flame Tongue Totem, Wind Fury, smash him for 18 damage. I mean, that seems pretty good. I'm even considering hitting him for 4, because yeah, that would be like 18 damage. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go for the kill right here. I'm gonna go for it right here. Gonna hit him. It's really important too, because I think if I hit Lower Control, basically look, next turn I can do this, Flame Tongue, Wind Fury. Can't do Bloodlust, unfortunately. Oh, I can do Flame Tongue. No, I know. Bloodlust and Wind Fury is what I need. Yeah. So this will be a 9/7. I can hit for 18 damage. It's not quite enough, is it? No, I think I need to kill this guy. It's risky. It's risky because if he has a spell, I'll really regret that I did this. Because this guy has a 0 attack, so my opponent cannot throw him away. But I think it's important to not ignore his creatures unless it meant like getting the kill, and I couldn't quite get the kill. I can only deal 18 damage and he'd be at 19 health. I'd be a mana short of finishing him off with Frostbalk. Sea Giant, okay, that's fine. It's not immediately a problem. Okay. I can even hex it. Ancestral Healing. Okay, that doesn't stop the hex. I was worried that was like Ancestral Spirit. That would have been really sad. Okay, so this is very straightforward. I think we obviously hex this because of the taunt. I mean, if it didn't have taunt, I could conceivably play shenanigans. I could still do like a Flame Tongue Totem, Ancestral Spirit, run in, save my hex. That's actually really tempting. That is actually incredibly tempting. And then I still have 3 mana left to play Feral Spirit with. Oh, wow, that's actually really tempting. I think that's actually better than what I was thinking of doing. So yeah, we're going to do this. Ancestral Spirit, OP. That's too funny. I'll play a Feral Spirit. So I'm actually threatening... I'm not threatening the kill because of Overload. That's unfortunate. I will only have... Shoot. I'll have 6 mana next turn, which is not enough for Bloodlust and Wind Fury. I'm 1 short. Alright, he's got a Hex anyway, so it's fine. It's annoying that these wolves just went over here, even though I had my... my Flame Tongue, maybe I should have put on the other side. Oh, because here's the thing. I did put the Flame Tongue Totem to the right of my Ogre, but then when it came back via the Ancestral Spirit, it just automatically sort of removed itself. Okay, so if I had Wind Fury here, I could actually win the game. Or excuse me, if I had enough mana, I'd actually win the game. Let's take a look at the situation. So Bloodlust, I got 4 + 6 + 9 is 15 damage. It takes him down to 14, and I've got 6 points of burn in my hand, so he'd have to have healing or bust. That actually seems like a pretty good move. Wind Fury is another option, which is interesting. I could do 8 + 2 is 10. I'd also let me make a totem. Nah, I don't think that's worth it. Let's just do Bloodlust here. And we're gonna ignore that ghoul, or that golem, excuse me. So yeah, I could Frost Shock. It doesn't really make any difference though. So yeah, we're just going to pass the turn. Note, this is a very educational moment about Bloodlust. You do not want to always just automatically save Bloodlust strictly for killing blows. Sometimes it's important to play it while you have mana and nothing else to do. Like, I had nothing else to do here, so I might as well get the damage in with Bloodlust. Even though it's not killing him outright, it's giving me a super high probability of winning the game, because I'm holding the burn in my hand. So he needs to have heal, and that's not gonna do it. I have in my hand 6 damage. He would have had to heal for at least 3. So even a Dark Scale healer or a Voodoo Doctor wouldn't have been enough. It would have had to be like an Earth Ring Farseer. And he would have... I don't even need the burn. My creatures do it. No, well played. That was a good game. All right, so we beat 2 Shamans. Can't remember the first guy's name, so I don't know if that was the same one twice. It looked like a totally different deck, I guess. So I should probably assume those were 2 different ones. So it was all Shamans all the time, baby. And I'm like a penny away from both these quests, which will be nice to finish off. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do please like and or subscribe. I would appreciate that tremendously. And if you want to see how this arena ends, then stay tuned. I'm probably not going to be able to do the next video in one part. I'll have to split it up into a couple. But in any case, we'll see the rest of the games shortly. I'll see you in a bit.